We used to believe in nature versus nurture. We believed you were born with all the intelligence you'd ever have, and that intelligence was fixed. We believed your environment had some influence over your outcome. We used to believe that nature plus nurture equaled how far you'd get in life. But new research suggests that there's more to the equation. Mindset is the intangible factor that appears to override innate ability and the circumstances you were raised in. Could it be that the right mindset could defy the odds? If mindset is the missing piece to the puzzle, how can we influence and change our mindset and the mindset of the students we teach? It starts with understanding fixed versus growth mindset. Just recognizing your mindset and the mindset of your students can be a powerful first step. It's very important to understand what growth mindset isn't. Growth mindset is not to be confused with being open-minded or flexible. It's not just about praising and rewarding effort, and having it part of your mission statement is not enough. It's important to understand that change is a process and not an outcome. You need to learn to hear the fixed mindset voice in your head. It might say something like this: if I fail, then I am a failure. But you need to talk back to your fixed mindset voice. When you hear your voice say, don't take a risk, you might fail, rethink that and say, if I don't try, I've already failed. You need to recognize you have a choice. How you interpret challenges, setbacks, and criticism is your choice. Finally, take growth mindset action. Learn from setbacks. Don't let failure define you. Use criticism to fuel your growth. Praise is another powerful way to change a mindset, but not all types of praise yield the same result.
So check this out. Carol Dweck and her colleagues wanted to look into the impacts that praise had on children's development. So what they did is they took over 400 fifth grade students from all across the nation, and they did a really simple yet interesting study. Here's how it went down. They gave all the kids a really easy non-verbal IQ test. There were 10 questions, and at the end of the test they praised all the children in one of two ways. The first group was praised for their intelligence. So they said, wow, great job, you must be really smart at this. Now the second group was praised for their effort. So they said, wow, great job, you must have worked really hard at this. Now this is a really subtle difference, but the impact it had is incredible. So after praising the kids and getting them divided up into the two groups, they gave them all an option for their next test. The first option was, hey, this next test is going to be a little bit harder, but it's going to be a great opportunity to learn and grow. Now the second option was, this next test will be similar to the first and you will surely do well on it. Now the interesting thing is, out of the group that was praised for their intelligence, 67% of them chose the easier option, while 92% of the kids who were praised for their effort chose the harder test. This is unbelievable to think about, how just the subtle difference in the way that they were praised had such an impact. Dweck and her colleagues gave all the kids a really difficult test. It was one that they would surely fail, but they wanted to look at how the different kids attacked this challenge. Dweck noticed that the group that was praised for effort worked harder, longer, and actually enjoyed this test more than the group that was praised for their intelligence. This group got really frustrated with this test and had the tendency to give up early. After this artificially induced failure round, all of the kids were given a third and final test. Now this test was the same level of difficulty as the first one, but check out the results. The group that was praised for their intelligence actually did worse on this test than the first one. Their average score actually dropped by 20%, while the group that was praised for their effort did significantly better, raising their average score by nearly 30%. This is a 50% difference in performance that was caused by a few subtle differences in the way that they were praised. This study shows how praise can either make or break a child's development. I mean, we all do it. We all want to be positive with the children we work with, so teachers, coaches, parents are always looking for ways to support their kids and tend to praise them quite a bit. So we need to look at research like this and realize, okay, praise is a good thing and there's nothing wrong with being positive, but we need to be very careful about praising someone's intelligence or abilities and focus more on the process and the effort that they put forth.